So here I have the Ram Rebel 2019. It's a rental. My truck, an F-150, was at a hit and run, and so it's in the shop, and I'll be getting rid of this one soon. Get my truck back. I think I'd give a little review about my thoughts on. It's pretty sweet truck. It does look good. As you can see, the stands on the side. It's nice. Like, it has a nice look, and it's definitely one of those trucks that if you're a person who's, well, if you're just a person who wants an off-road package but doesn't feel like operating your own truck, this is basically what it is. Reviews say it's basically between like a Raptor and a normal truck. I see it just like a normal truck with a little lift on it and off-road tires and stuff. It's pretty quick. It's definitely faster than my 5-liter F-150. I have the 2015 aluminum body one, but it's quick. The tires were nice. When it was a little wet out, it definitely doesn't hold some grip, but I went some off-roading, and I'll put the video now of that off-roading. So we have the Ram Rebel, and I want to test its off-roading capabilities. I was just camping for the weekend, and I'm going to see how well I can do this hill. Kind of drives out from where I like to go camping in Pennsylvania. Alright, so we're in 2x4. I'm going to switch it to 4x4. Or 4 high. And then we'll go see what it's like up the hill. So I'm going to turn it to 4 high now. Pretty easy, press the button, switches. And now we're in 4 high. So, if we look up the hill, it's going to get fairly steep. It's going to handle it fairly well. It definitely handles the hill better than my F-150 I have. But then again, it's not the off-road package. I don't have the off-road shocks and tires. But fairly steep, handles the rocks pretty easily. It's nice to control. I would say it's a little bouncier than my F-150, but that could be the shocks are made more for off-roading than I've done on this hill. But it definitely goes up with ease. It's fairly steep. I don't know the exact grade here, but it goes up. There's some deer in the distance. I think I saw. We're doing our best to keep the camera steady. And now we're at the top of the hill. No sweat. So, like I said, its off-road capability is fairly good. I haven't taken it to an extreme where a normal truck, that doesn't have this Rebel package, I guess, would go versus this one, but it definitely handled that hill no problem. Like it was nothing. So I guess that's that 5.7 liter V8 in there. There's plenty of torque. Easily handled that hill. So, alright. There's your off-road video of how the Rebel handles the hill. But it handled the hill pretty nicely. So let's go look inside. Start with the back seat. I got some stuff here in here to clean out before I leave. I took it camping twice. Kind of a tight back seat. And then again, this is the 3/4. We can see the seat just flips up like this. And a little bit of mats and little storage areas. Not much down there. Bring that back down. It's just easy. And this side also flips up, which I also got to clean this because, as you can see, I got a little wrapper of my daughter. She likes to eat Cheerios back here. Has nice little air vents. Fake carbon fiber. The cup holders are nice there. So now let's go. The leather was really nice. Felt nice. It looks nice. Let's go on the inside. And we'll see what it's like from the driver's seat. Okay. So a few things I've noticed. Well, first let's start it up. The push button start. Your foot has to be on the brake, and then you kind of goes up. They have different infotainment options, just kind of the display up there. But other than that, it's your pretty standard stuff. The little Rebel badges, and the stitching feels nice. The media, one thing I don't like, it's not always on. You have to kind of turn it on. Press the Allen button there, and then you turn it to compass, and they have different settings. The sound was pretty good. Sorry, it linked up to my phone, which I'm recording here, and it stopped the video to play that music. So now if you see the compass, it's kind of a basic compass here, nothing too fancy. The media player isn't that good. The sound, like I said, the sound quality is great. Again, we have more fake carbon fiber. The storage here is actually pretty good. As you can see, this thing here flips up, and you have a big storage underneath. Appears people kept it kind of dirty. And if you press this button here, it just slides back and forth to what you need. See what you need down there. Oh, there is an outlet down here. I didn't realize that. Would have been helpful. It's all good. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. There's an outlet down there. Normal 3-prong. But then you also have your, up here, your 12 volt. So, slides back up, goes down. Cool fun fact for your construction workers and stuff. It has a whole mathematical setup here for your basically trigonometry. So that's pretty neat. Let me fold this down. There's also a second area here. It has a little USB, and you can charge and put some stuff in there. You put a little Kindle in there. Down here, there's 2 USBs and 2 USB-C connector there, so that's helpful. Plenty of cup holders. Hold the drinks pretty well. I like the ones that have like this little softer, I don't know, rubber there. And they have some back here as well. Pretty comfy. It's definitely a little, it's smaller than, again, the F-150, but it is what it is. Now, cool thing I liked here, if you press this button, well, hiding, you have a little storage right there, so that's actually pretty neat. It's a good way to store some stuff. So, near the glove compartment, not that much room, but this way I actually found very useful, putting wallets and stuff in there, especially when I was camping. They have different rear axle lock and hill, descent control, stuff like that. But other than that, it's a pretty comfy ride. It's definitely quicker. It's quicker than my F-150. Up here you have the rear window would open and slide back and forth. But other than that, it's your basically pretty standard truck. One thing I did note is this little cool feature. So I'm going to put it in reverse. The backup camera is pretty, not that advanced. I like my F-150 one better. But when I put it in drive, it stays on for a moment. And actually it stays on. And I can start moving and drive a little bit. So you can see I'm going to drive around, and then it turns off. Put it back in reverse, camera comes back on. And I mentioned that as actually, I found that nice. A lot of times I'm kind of moving forward for a second, and then I go back to reverse and refix it, and I kind of want to see what's behind me. So that was actually pretty helpful. Put it in park here. Right there, the parking brake is just a pull on, press down, and it depresses the parking brake itself, so you can feel it, and brake says on there. Other than that, it's a pretty nice truck, and if you're looking for one that you like the off-road looks of trucks, and you don't feel like putting upgrade parts, this is probably the truck for you. It's not so insane, I guess, like a Raptor, you know, like price-wise. I mean, Raptors are pretty expensive, but this fits its need, and it's kind of a nice truck. Now it's a little tight. The car seat had a hard time fitting. We actually ended up putting the car seat between these 2 seats right here, and it worked. But it's kind of hard, especially if you're a bigger person, to have the car seat sitting right behind you. I felt like it was pretty tight. And again, this steering wheel is, like I did mention earlier, I forgot to. It's just telescoping. But other than that, it sounds pretty good. Let's see if I can rev it up a little bit. So it revs up pretty quickly. It's pretty nice. So maybe I'll get a little video of me driving it later to see how it drives and accelerates. But other than that, it's pretty good. So I'm going to see if I can get a little acceleration here. It's being a rolling acceleration.